Hey, bitch. Jamie, that's me here. Listen, I got a few things I want us to get into. All right. We got to tap back into Evelyn Lozada's sit down interview that she had with the Shade Room. Just a little piece as she discusses Jackie Christie and her daughter Chantel. We also have to talk about KMichelle, who has been spotted out with the ladies of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It seems like some drama might be brewing between she and Kelli, honey. That's interesting. And we also can kind of talk about some of the people that are returning to the show and maybe another new face that we're seeing. Okay. So we definitely have to tap into that. And child, listen, we also have to talk about Tamar Braxton. Tamar Braxton came to us the other day to let us know, like, hey, I woke up in a pool of blood. I'm going to be honest. I do feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration. I wasn't there, but that's just my opinion on the outside looking in. Okay. She said she woke up in a pool of blood. One of her friends found her. She lost some teeth and stuff like that, right? And she said she didn't know what happened to her. Well, Funky Dineva came out. And actually, you know what? Let me see if I still have that post from Tamar so we could quote her accurately. Here we go. So she says, I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me. And honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak. I almost died Sunday. All right. She says, I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. I fractured my nose. She goes on to say, lost some teeth and mobility. The way I look at life now is totally different. I do feel like oftentimes we hear her say that she's looking at life differently, but nothing's really different, right? She says, as my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me. For real, I don't even know what happened to me. Okay. Not laughing at that, but I'm thinking about something else. All right. I'm really thinking about how Funky Dineva came down to the internet and how he just kept referring to Tamar Braxton as that lady. I don't know why he kept referring to her as that lady. I feel like he was kind of trying to distance himself from whatever she may have going on. Okay. So Funky Dineva did come down to the front and he pretty much got into some things about them hanging out that night because it was his birthday, so they did celebrate. And then he said that they did go back to her house, but he didn't go upstairs, right? He says that he left, he went on about his good business, and whatever happened with her happened with her. All right, but let's check out what it is that Funky had to say out of his own mouth. So let's get into that.
Y'all that know I'm talking about Tamar Braxton. I don't know what happened to the lady. We went out. What night that was? We went out. Saturday night. We went out Saturday night. We went to the roof, Chris. We ate. We had a good time. She was like, let's turn up for your birthday. We went down to the V12. Shouts out to Vinny and all the people at V12. That's the video y'all saw. Or whatever, with us walking in, them making a whole lot of noise. We left there. We all got in the car together. The car dropped us off at Tamar house. I didn't go upstairs. I went to my car. I went and met James Knox at BJ Rooster, and I came home. The next day when I woke up, I had a text message from Tamar at 10 in the morning that said, can you give me Dr. Heavenly phone number? I didn't think anything of it because people ask me for Dr. Heavenly phone number all the time. And it's typically when people have an emergency veneer situation. I did not think anything of it. People ask me for her number all the time. And then the next thing I know, folks is sending me this thing on the internet where the lady said she almost died and she was laying in a pool of blood. I know some of y'all are going to be committed to thinking I'm lying, and y'all going to be committed to thinking I'm biased, and y'all are going to be committed to thinking I'm covering up something. And I promise you, I swear to God on my mother, I don't know what happened. I honestly don't. I don't know what happened. And that's the God honest truth. Now I know for some of y'all that's not going to be good enough, but you're going to have to make it enough. I promise you, on Isaac's life, I don't know what happened. The lady ain't told me nothing. The lady just said she needed Dr. Heavenly phone number. So that's that on that. I hope we can put that to bed. I know what y'all know.
So, that is what Funky had to say. He don't know what the hell going on. All right. as I've said before, I am not committed to thinking he's lying. I am committed to thinking that he felt like she was lying. Okay. That's what I was thinking. All right. And you know what's crazy about this situation is it gets crazier, right? It just gets even more crazier because Miss Girl has been accused of being caught out there with Yandy's quote unquote, and we do have to put the quotations up because they not necessarily married, but they giving married, okay? And they're saying that she was caught out with Mendecees. And I'm like, now what the hell going on? Now, granted, when I first heard it, I was like, well, I mean, a lot of reality stars hang out with each other all the time. Like, it don't have to be like that big of a deal. Like, they was just hanging out with each other like it ain't nothing like that. But then you're hearing stories that they were like really, really cozied up to each other, like real close and stuff. And I'm like, huh? Now, Mendeecees has definitely been called out for showing and displaying that type of behavior by plenty of people, right? Um, I haven't necessarily got that from Tamar, but I don't know what to think, right? I'm looking at this, I'm over here on It's Entertainment Only, and they're saying the streets are buzzing after Tamar Braxton was allegedly spotted getting extra cozy with Love and Hip Hop's Mendecees, all right, just hours before her tragic accident. Now, I don't know if the two are correlated with each other. I don't know if there's any connection here with any injuries that Tamar got after hanging with Mendecees. I don't know. I'm not going to say that they're connected to each other because I think that Tamar probably fell down some stairs or something. That's just my assumption. I don't know what's going on. So they go on to say eyewitnesses had social media screaming, sneaky link, but hold up. Insiders now claim there's more to the story. Word is Mendecees is actually set to play the leading man in Tamar's upcoming visual, which explains why the two were seen together. Okay. So that is what's being said. And it looks like they went back and they edited their post. So I'm not sure what all they had up there at first, but they wanted to definitely clear some things up to say, hey, y'all don't put that narrative out there. We're actually working on a film together. Okay. That's, I mean, sometimes when actors are working in a film together and it requires them to have some type of chemistry with each other, they try to hang out and catch a vibe outside of filming so that things can translate naturally on screen. But then that's also how people be teetering the lines of cheating too, honey. But anyway, so they go on to say the timing has people raising eyebrows. Tamar and Mendeecees haven't confirmed the collab themselves, leaving fans to debate whether this was strictly business or if there's something extra happening behind the scenes. Either way, one thing's for sure, Tamar knows how to keep folks talking, and this visual can't drop soon enough. Okay, they talking about quote unquote visual. Honey, I'm screaming. I know that's right. I know that's right. Talking about a visual. Well, we shall see. And I don't know what's up. I've been seeing a lot of like reality stars filming different types of movies and stuff. Okay. Like whether you see them on Amazon, whether you see them on Tubi or whatnot, they've been out here filming. I said, damn, y'all getting more acting jobs than the actual actors. What's going on? Okay. What's going on? I mean, maybe they're not doing it for the same pay as some of the actual actors would, but best of luck to the people. Some folks are saying that this is a lie. They're saying this is a whole lie. Now, I don't know if they're saying the part where they're supposed to be filming a film together is the lie, or if the lying is the fact that Tamar was up on this lady man. Either way, it's not looking good. Listen, Tamar done busted her face, knocked her teeth out her damn mouth, been found in a pool of blood. If this is not true, I'm sure she can't take any more of the damn stress. Okay? Being linked to this lady man like that. But hopefully things work out for her, honey. Good luck to Miss Ma'am. Good luck to her. Next up, what do I want us to get into? Let us tap over here on Evelyn Lozada real quick. Let's tap on her because Evelyn is going to speak on the situation regarding Jackie Christie and her daughter. So let's check this out real quick.
So what are your thoughts about Chantel and Jackie's tussle, fight, relation, like everything that played out throughout the season, but mainly that final episode where they threw hands a little bit?
Yeah. So we don't see we don't watch the episode until you guys watch the episode. So whatever was told to us when we were shooting the final dinner, and then Chantel ended up leaving to go speak to Jackie. When she came back, she told us, hey, you know, whatever, that she had got into a fight with her mom. Mind you, I'm devastated. You know, I mean, did you watch the episode? I'm bawling, crying, because so much happened throughout the season, and with them two, I can't say I was surprised. I think I was crying more so because I was saddened. You know, I have such a close relationship with.
You sound like you about to cry now.
My daughter Shanice, like that's my bestie, that's my girl. Like I love my kids so much. Yeah. And when she said that to me, it broke my heart, because I was just like, man, you know, this is bigger than the show. Yeah. You know, I'm like, this is above my pay grade. You know, like we filmed the show and we're hired to be in each other's business and have opinions, and you know, that's just a part of what we do. Because I think each of us, well, why don't you mind your business? But
do you feel like because some people were saying like you and the other ladies were like instigating a little bit instead of like trying to help the situation? Do you feel like that's accurate?
I feel like we tried to do what we could with whatever the circumstances and the information that we had.
So basically, yes. Okay, thank you.
You know, I felt like I didn't shoot with Jackie a lot this last season, because it was hard. You know, I generally was like, I want you to have a conversation with your daughter. Just sit and talk to her. Don't even do it on the show. You know, like this is not basketball wives. You know, Chantal is 30 years old. Yeah. She has whatever traumas that she has with her relationship with her mom for over 30 years. All I can say is.
So I don't know. I kind of feel like, well, with you understanding that, why would you want to lean more so into the conversation about was the dynamics of her and her daughter, when it's two different things, right? In my opinion, like, yeah, she dealt with whatever she had to deal with, or she has the history of whatever the dynamic is with the relationship with her mama, you know. But at the same time, Chantel said whatever her issue was with Jackie was based on what was happening on the show. It didn't have shit to do with the history of the relationship from 30 years ago. It's about what's happening on the show. So if you felt that way, though, like, oh, they have this history and this, that, and the other, then why did you continue to try to push it? As if they supposed to have that conversation between y'all. But you saying that you told Jackie to have a conversation with her daughter outside of the show, I refuse to believe. Sorry.
Try to have a conversation with her, which, you know, it may have came off like people were instigating, but I think most of us, all of us, no matter which side of the fence we were on, wanted them to have a conversation.
Because like you said, you're very protective of your daughter. You guys have a very close relationship. So if they were talking about Shanice, how they were talking about Chantal, you would have been like,
of course, you know, but it just really goes to show you that there is a disconnect in that relationship, right? So, you know, I also think when Chantal came to the room and said, I just got into a fight with my mother, the first thing after that scene, I thought about, this is not shocking. You know, her first daughter wrote a book. Yeah. Takari wrote a book years ago about the relationship she had with her mom, and that, you know, she wasn't the greatest of moms, you know, so I can't say, you know, I was surprised, I was shocked. I think that unfortunately it played out on the show. I do think that I was surprised to see that she actually pushed her, because in the scene she told us that her mom hit her.
I was going to say.
You were surprised about that?
From looking back at the episodes and the moments that you guys weren't there for between Chantal and Jackie, what is your point of view now? So from hearing before, when you just hear maybe her side of things, because Jackie wasn't trying to talk about it. She's like, I'm not talking about it. She walks away every time, whereas Chantal was being like, she's doing this, she's doing that, you know.
But were you, because, I mean, we're going to be honest, right? It's like every scene that Chantal is in, Jackie's been in this game a long time. Yeah. We know how to work the cameras, and we know how to play the game. Yeah. And if I'm walking away every single time, like, I don't want to do this with my daughter, but you're still requesting to do scenes, you're playing games.
I don't think that's playing games. I think, bitch, I'm finna get my check. Are you okay? Like, are you okay? No, I am going to continue to request to do scenes, because I'm trying to get my check. But y'all don't have to keep trying to force her to have a damn conversation with me, because I'm not going to have that type of conversation. Okay? But I am going to get my money. So, yeah, I am.
You understand? And that's the part that I feel like the world doesn't get to see. You know,
we saw
I know Chantal mentioned recently on Carlos King that she was even getting death threats. And I'm just like, oh my God, I wish.
So we went from that to you shifting to talk about death threats. We was just talking about Jackie knowing what she doing and walking out of the scenes. Now, granted, I don't condone it. I already told y'all that girl shouldn't be getting no damn death threats or whatsoever. Okay? Because she still got to go home and deal with whatever this situation is with her mama and whoever else. Like, that's enough damn stress. Don't nobody need no extra stress with no damn death threats. Okay?
People knew everything that happened prior. She talked about the beginning of shooting. She told her mom, I don't want to talk about the court case with my daughter's father. Like, you know, prior, like, it's like Shanice saying, I don't want to talk about the game Jason on.
I do feel like if Jackie gave her word and told her she wasn't going to talk about it, I don't think that she should have been the one to bring it up. But if her daughter Chantel thought she was going to be able to be on this show and that not be brought up, somebody would have brought it up, especially if production was aware about it. Somebody was going to bring it up in an effort to get you to talk about it because it was brought up again later on for you to talk about. By your choice, but she said that she went ahead and talked about it in an effort to prevent other people from bringing it up or whatever it was. And that's the best thing that you would want to do, even in the beginning, even though your mom brought it up. It doesn't mean it wasn't going to come up, but I do feel like if there was an agreement that y'all weren't going to discuss that and you gave Chantel your word, Jackie, I don't think you should have brought that up.
On the show, I'm going to respect it. I'm never going to even bring that up. The very first scene that they filmed, what does her mom do? She brings up that situation. So Chantel's kind of like, oh, like, I know you play this game with these girls, but you're doing it to me. And then there was another scene that I feel like it's important for people to really pay attention. And this is not an attack on Jackie. It's just, let's really talk about the things that were going on during shooting. Because I feel like Chantel got a lot of for it. Because all people saw was she pushed her. Girl, you're dead ass wrong. She is dead ass wrong. No matter what my mama done did, I grew up at a time that she will slap the out of me, you know. But there's no but. You should have never done that. But there were things that were going on during shooting that she was dealing with. There was another situation where we're on the boat and Jackie tried to get Jackie tried to get Brandy to bring up that there was this alleged rumor that Chantel was a lesbian. And it's like
Jackie wanted Brandy to bring that up.
And on the boat, Brandy was like, no.
And I don't like that either. Like, if you like, I feel like Jackie was trying to dig up anything that she could. I personally feel to deflect from, like, stop talking about me and my daughter. Talk about some other shit. Right? Even when she came back and tried to allude to the fact that it's not, I don't know what it is with her thing with women being gay or whatever it is, okay, lesbians, because she also kind of alluded to Ming and Brandy having something going on as well. And it's like, you're just trying to get the heat off of you. And some part of me didn't fault Jackie for that. You know, like, if it's not true, that's messed up. But at the same time, it's like, talk about your shit. Y'all so busy using me as y'all storyline for most of this damn season. You bitches ain't got nothing else to talk about. So let's talk about what you got going on for a little bit. And no, bitch, we are tired of hearing about your husband. We don't want to hear about the nigga you never leaving. What else you got going on and what else you be out here doing and hanging out in these streets and whatever. La 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 la. Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. You know, they know a mutual person. The point is that there was a lot of betrayal during on both ends.
But here's my other thing too, though. Even with that being the stuff that Jackie was doing behind the scenes that never even made it onto the damn camera, aside from her bringing up the court situation, whenever Chantel would sit down with her fucking mom, she would never talk about those things. She would rather bring up shit about what she said about Brandy or whatever. And let's not act like Jackie was requesting scenes to really sit down with her daughter when there were only like 2 fucking scenes that they probably had a one-on-one on. And that was when they sat down outside when Chantel started to chase her mama all over the fucking place. And then when they was in the damn room and she pushed her. So you keep requesting scenes to do what? To film with the cast that I'm a part of? Yes, bitch. I'm gonna get my money. But also, what are you talking about? Filming, requesting scenes with her daughter? Because they ain't really had them sit downs like that. So what you talking about? They only had like them 2 sit downs at the end of the season. Okay? And I will believe she may have requested one as Chantel requested the other. But
And it came to a head when she ended up obviously going back, you know, but she should have never pushed her mother.
Yeah.
I wish she would have just continued to walk out and just leave. And I think that they need whether it's together counseling or their own counseling. I just feel like
They gotta figure it out.
They gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, this ain't basketball wise. Yeah. This is a real family dynamic, and it was definitely heartbreaking to see.
So, what are your thoughts?
All right,
about...
so y'all just heard what Miss Evelyn Lozada had to say about the situation at hand. She lightly confirmed how she felt, which was, hey, Chantel was wrong as fuck. And the fact that in this interview she referenced Ming, like, yeah, me and Ming talk about this or that all the time. I can't remember what it was in reference to, but the fact that you're in communication with Ming like that thoroughly leaves me, or left me to believe that you also agreed with Ming's opinion and her standpoint on Chantel, and you also felt like Chantel was wrong as hell. And I'm glad that she went ahead and confirmed my thoughts in this piece here. She felt like she was wrong as hell, but of course, Evelyn is still on Jackie's head for some stuff that happened like last season or whatever. So of course she's not going to come out and really apologize to Jackie or anything. She's going to continue to, you know, do what she's doing. I feel like, and I don't think Evelyn is fully wrong for this though. I think she was just trying to say nobody's right in the situation in her eyes, right? Nobody's right. Jackie, you did this throughout the season, whatever. Chantel, you came and you played up a story, and that's not how things went, and whatever. So I think she tries to pretty much find fault in both of them, but also let Chantel know her ass was wrong as hell. And I feel like Chantel is aware that she was wrong, and it is what it is. So I don't believe they're still in communication to this day. Honestly, I don't even think it's best that they are in communication. Okay? I'm sure conversations are going by way of Doug or Dougie, one of the two. But that's what they got going on. Another thing I want us to get into is, let me make sure that I pull it up because I do not want to forget when it's that time for us to talk about that. But we're going to get into Real Housewives really quickly because actually, before we get into Housewives, because this is all like Housewives related in my opinion, I want to check out this video that KMichelle put up over on her page, because they're saying that KMichelle is indeed married. Now, I do remember watching her interview that she did on Cam Newton's page where she talked about, you know, being in a relationship with somebody. And I was trying to find that clip of that. I'm not sure. I feel like he may play a particular sport or something like that, but she's definitely, you know, been in a relationship with somebody. Now they're saying that she's a married woman now. Give me 1 second. Let me fix that. All right, cool. So let us get into this audio and just see what she's talking about here.
I'm just a look. It just has not even a place that you can break up the doom. You can say doom and then doom, hit by hit, and make it. But doom. If you move doom here still doom.
Oh, so she thinking like one hit as opposed.
I'm not thinking one hit. So I'm thinking that doom is too fast.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So instead of saying it's just
doom. It's like even if you say doom, the doom is too fast.
Oh, okay.
I want doom, but he playing too fast.
Okay, gotcha.
It's doom. Like, so you can move doom either way. It's still played doom.
Gotcha.
It's still not played doom.
You want to separate the tongues.
It's still played too fast.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So you can move.
So KMichelle looks to be continuing to work on her music. Y'all know she wants to get into the country music. That's where her heart is. Y'all know she's from Tennessee. So that's something that she's definitely been working on. And what she mentions in her caption is, I'm not in the best space all the time. I'm human. I'm very difficult when I record, very precise. I'm overwhelmed with my career, being a mother, and the pressure of giving my husband a baby immediately. Something I want to do for him and entering a new genre of music. Not only that, I'm about to release my album, right? She says, I'm about to release my album. She says, country music is my soul. Thank God my team knows me and has sheltered me. My music team understands my passion. I want this perfect down to the very last note. I deserve this, right? So she's gearing up and she's saying, see y'all on August 29th. She's gearing up. She's working on dropping some music, but the key things that stood out for a lot of people was the fact that she is married. Y'all know that she already is a mom to, I believe her son might be about 21 at this time. He is in college. So she already has an older son. She recently married, and now their husband want a baby. And I'm gonna try to go back into that Cam Newton interview because I feel like she may have given details about this guy. I feel like he may play a sport. But don't quote me. I'm sure those details are going to come out soon. And I also wonder if she is going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, if we are going to get a glimpse of her man. Some part of me wants to see it, and then other parts don't. Some part of me is like, hey, plenty of women have been able to be on these shows without their husbands being as involved. So if we don't see him, some part of me is like, that's okay. That's okay. However, in the world of reality, and you sign up to show your reality, the people are going to want to see it. So I don't know. Y'all leave y'all thoughts about it. But speaking to KMichelle, right? KMichelle got down to the social media because we got to get into this, okay? She comes down to social media and she drops a few of her posts, all right? Now, one of them that stood out to me was, where is it? She says right here, your opinion shouldn't be louder than your accomplishments. Shut the fuck up sometimes and learn. Now, she dropped it on August 20th. Now, this could have been right around the time that things could have been brewing because they're saying that she and Kelli of Real Housewives of Atlanta are into it. She goes on to say on the 23rd, bimbos are the loudest and most confident. Shut your face. Now, I don't know who she talking about, girl. And then, just not too long ago, she says activated. Activated. So, Lord have mercy. Then she says, I am my own person. I'll sit there and smile and clock it. I'm not with none of that bullshit. Girl, y'all done activated KMichelle? Listen, all I can say is this. KMichelle, please. I know you're going to gather the girls. If you are going to, be a housewife next season, let me tell you, I know you're going to get the girls together. But please don't take it too far to the point where it's like on some Kenya Moore situation where we don't see you, okay? Because I'm here for you being a part of the show just a little bit. Because I feel like you're going to bring back some of the like reads and stuff that we haven't gotten in the long periodically time. Okay? I feel like you're going to give us that. But I want to show you guys some of the things that was going on over here. So first of all, let's get into this. So y'all know that Kelli, she opened up her second location for Nana's Chicken and Waffles out there in Sandy Springs, honey. And she had her daughters there. She's about to cut the ribbon. I'm definitely planning on going. Period. Looking forward to that. Okay. All right. Now you see where some of the ladies showed up to support. You got Angela there, Cynthia Bailey. You have Phaedra Parks, Drew Sidora. You also have Shamia, and then you also have Pinky. Pinky Cole is the owner of Slutty Vegan, and she has some issues going on with her business, but I think she might still be the owner at this time. And I believe that Pinky and KMichelle were the two people that Kenya Moore was referencing would be returning, or not returning, but will be a part of the cast for Real Housewives of Atlanta next season. So we shall see. But seeing these ladies here kind of confirms to me that these ladies are back. All of them, the entire cast, including Cynthia Bailey as a friend. Right now, I'm not seeing no Kim K, and I'm okay with that. All right? Well, really, I ain't giving Kim K, but y'all know Miss Kim, what's her name? It don't matter. That lady, the blonde-haired lady, there ain't nobody trying to see. Miss Bierman, or however you said, Miss Z, Kim Z. That's what it is. Never a K. Definitely a Z. All right. That's crazy because that's the last letter. Anyway, Kim Z, we're not seeing Kim Z over here on the show so far. But it don't mean that she won't pop up. She might come in the last few weeks like Phaedra did for this past season. Ain't no telling IDK. Now, who I did not see was Miss Portia Williams. I did not see Portia Williams there. Y'all know Miss Portia has a lot going on. Okay, she's trying to get that money back up. She's trying to sell a home and purchase, or at least refinance the home that she's in. So Miss Girl took a break from working, so she got to work. So Portia may not be here because she's working currently. That could be it. I would hope Kelli didn't not invite Portia. I wouldn't think that's the case, right? That's possible. She could have not invited her, but then again, Portia could be out working. And of course, freak or frag, Miss Phaedra gonna go so she can run back and tell her everything that was going on. But I'm not seeing KMichelle there, but let me tell y'all what was interesting. It was, let me pause this so I can get this up on the screen for y'all to see. Okay, because what the people were saying is that Kelli brought poster boards to her event for KMichelle whenever she arrived. Now, I didn't see photos of KMichelle, so I don't know if she ended up going there or she didn't. Not sure if she did or she didn't. But this is Kelli walking up, celebrating. Kelli, baby, what the hell you got on? Come on, fake laughs. All right, y'all. So she had her daughters there. It looks like all except for one who is in college right now. So, congrats to her. But they said she had some posters there, honey, ready for Miss KMichelle should she walk through the door. And that might be why KMichelle said activated. Like, BIT, you want K and not Kimberly, I'm gonna give it to you. And see, this is gonna be great. I hope this. I was not expecting Kelli and KMichelle to get into it. I mean, anything can go on this show, but I'm like the two little munchkins, as Miss Phaedra would refer to them. The two little strawberry shortcakes about to be at each other's neck, possibly. Oh, I feel like this might be entertaining because these are two women, based on what I've seen of both of these ladies, from what I've seen, in my opinion, from what I've seen of KMichelle and what I've seen of Kelli from one season, they not going too much back down from a lot. They not gonna back down from too much. So the fire that they finna we gonna see. And Kelli, if you get into it with Kay, we gonna see if Shamia gonna have your back like you overly tried to have the back of your girl Miss Edie last year. What about that baby though? So when Kay get the tapping on your neck, we gonna see how that goes. But I will say this, Kay. Don't say nothing about her hubby. That ex-man. Try not to bring that man up at all. Definitely just don't. I would hope that they were able to build some type of connection with each other based on the fact that they both had terrible relationships. You know, when KMichelle went through her situation and had Rashida, who didn't believe any of the things that happened to her actually happened to her, right? I would hope that they were able to bond over that. But I wonder what the beef is about. And I dang sure would hope. I wouldn't think that Kay would do this, but you know, you just never know. I just would hope that she don't mention anything about that lady, that situation with her husband. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, good luck, child. All right. Next up, before we go, I do want to get into this Imani situation over on Instagram, where Imani kind of took the social media to kind of go off on her daddy, it appears. She has some things to get off her chest when it comes to this man. And I don't know what the hell happened or what the hell he did, but we definitely have to talk about it. So give me 1 second as we get that up. Make sure you guys are coming in and liking the video. If you have yet to like up the video, please utilize this time and let this time be the time that you like this video. Okay, so let's check it out and see exactly what Scrappy's daughter had to say.
Mamas, these boy mamas, stop treating, like, y'all, I always say this, I be feeling like my granny semi-failed with my dad because sometimes my dad be thinking he the prize and he's not.
Ooh.
Like, sorry, Dad. But, like, I feel like my granny...
Eat him up, Imani. Eat him up, Imani. Eat him up.
Well, my dad was raised by his father, too. So, my dad is a gentleman. My dad opened the door, he do all that. But I feel like a lot of moms baby their son. Stop babying your son because you're babying him and then he goes out in the real world expecting for us women to baby him. And I'm not babying no man.
That's true.
So, my daddy raised me.
And you shouldn't have to.
And when a man come on, he should be an add-on. And if he can't add on, then he got to get the hell on.
Okay, I'm with Imani. I thought Imani was over here going off on her daddy, but I'm with Imani. Okay, definitely should be an add-on, and I think that's for all. Okay, not just women, not just men. Always have your own SHI going on. Okay, so for me, whoever come into the picture should be able to add to whatever you got going on. Okay, I always just Make sure you can handle and take care of yourself first, period, okay? Let's keep going. Come on, Imani. Come on. Girl, I thought you was going to go in on your daddy, but whatever it is, I'm here for it too. Talk to the people.
Period. And I feel like a lot of moms enable their sons. No, you cannot enable them. You really cannot. Teach them how to clean just like you taught your daughter how to clean.
Very true.
Teach them to take out the trash. Teach them. Another thing I see in a lot of black community, a lot of black moms be having their son sitting down while their daughter cleaning up the kitchen. What type of stupid, ignorant junk is that?
Oh, girl, can I say this too, though? Sometimes, in my opinion, I feel like you can have both of your kids do the same thing, and that shit don't mean nothing. Like, as they get older, they still gonna do what the fuck they want to do, and you still could have you could have your daughter cleaning the kitchen, washing dishes, have your son cleaning the kitchen, washing dishes, and when they get older, they still junky as fuck. They still lazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? So, and some of it may help, and then some of it may not. Shit, I know we had shared duties, okay? Look, you make sure your ass do this, like, that's how my mama was. Like, you take care of this. It was never like no favoritism because I'm the only girl. I'm the one that got it. Fuck no, okay? What one got to do, all y'all asses better get in there and take care of this shit. Period. Right? But then at the end of the day, I just feel like that, I've seen it. Okay, I've seen it. You could have your kids take care of this, that, and the other one. Y'all go over to grandma's house. Also, y'all get your ass in there and wash them dishes. Y'all wash them dishes because y'all stay wanting to eat up out her fridge, this and that. Go in there and clean up. But child, people, when they get a little piece of freedom, they get over here, they start living on their own or whatever. They gonna do what the hell they want to do. But I do agree with a lot of what she's saying, right? But I also feel like at some point when people become adults, I feel like a lot of times we put a lot of weight on the parenting or the parents. And don't get me wrong, because sometimes the parenting does contribute to it. But then also, at what point is it also the responsibility of that grown ass motherfucker that's out there that's lazy as shit? That's that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep going.
But you don't think when he live on his own, you got to clean up too?
Exactly. Gonna have to.
And these mamas, these boy mamas.
Let me see what else, because there was something else that this is what Mama D had to say. She says, I'm going to say this. You can teach your children what they need once they get grown. They do what the hell they want to do. This is true. And that's what I was telling y'all. Like, how much do we also blame on the parents? In my personal, I'm not saying they not at fault. I'm saying they're not at 100% fault in my personal. That's just in my opinion. But let's keep going, because I feel like and this is so different, right? I'm like, shit, you could teach your child finances all fucking day, and then when they ass get out on their own and they can apply for credit cards when they fuck up their credit, is that the parents' fault or is it their damn fault when you sat up there and told them what to do, So I do agree with Imani, and also this is coming from a person like Imani that's like really young, and I love that she has this mentality. Like, I wish a lot of kids were. Let me say, I don't ever expect Imani to fall into the same situation her mother did. Because Imani seemed like she just not going for it with the head that's on her shoulders. You know what I'm saying? But she already experiencing certain things with y'all young guys, and my thing is just, anywho, girl, we can talk about all day, but anyway, girl, good luck to the people. Anywho, so Mama D says, I'm going to say this: you can teach your children what they need once they get grown. They do what the hell they want to do, and there's nothing that parents can do when they grown as kids leave their house, and nothing but pray and hope they do use the things that they talk to them in their homes about when they were younger for them to do. If they do not do it, there's nothing a parent can do, and it's in that order. So I do agree. I agree with both of them. I agree with both of them. Like, just because they are going to go off and they're going to at some point do their own thing when they're paying their own bills and living their own life. But I still think those tools, I still think things should be given and taught to them. You know what I'm saying? I definitely agree with that, when it comes to everything Imani is saying. I don't think Imani wrong at all. Okay. She's talking about her daddy a gentleman. I'm like, nah, wait a minute, girl. Wait a minute. Okay. I don't know. I feel like being a gentleman is more than damn holding damn doors, okay, and closing them too. So wait a minute, girl. But definitely agree with a lot of what Imani said. But then, like I said, I also agree with Mama D too. Even though, Mama D, you've been very problematic and you've also upheld Scrappy and his bullshit. Let's be very clear about that. But the reason I'm also agreeing is because I'm reflecting back to a conversation we had on the OLFP where we talked about Kirk's daughter and that boy T Hood. And I feel like a lot of the decision or a lot of, conversation has been put on Kirk as a dad or Rashida. And I'm not saying he's at fault, but again, I don't think he's at 100% fault, because as us kids get older, we make decisions that we want to make. Our parents could tell us not to be with a certain person. They could raise you up to date certain type of people. Right, Rachel, okay, this is the type of man you want to look for. Make sure somebody that can provide, and then when they get out here in the world, they're going to make their own damn decisions. And then when you see that person ain't really for your child and you want to tell them, the child, it seems like it only makes them get closer to that person. So at some point, it becomes your grown-ass decisions for what happens in your life, how you go about this life, how you navigate, how junky you are, how whatever lazy you is, or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So some of that is, I think I just agree with both of them. I think Imani's right. I think Mama D not 100% wrong. And that's just how I feel about that. All right. And we can agree to disagree. But I'll let y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below. Y'all gonna do that anyway, child, because that's just how y'all is. All right. I'm Jami, that's me. I'll catch y'all in the next one, honey. Bye.
Yeah, telling my priest to the choir, stand with my feet to the fire, give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a praxis. Cashed out at the ATM, and the ATL, they done made a gym. I've been kicking doors like the ATF, got them trying to clone me like Aegis. Game time, I invaded gym, high elevated, I can face the rim, putting shots up. I got laser focus, about to take it over, I'm Invader Zim. On a trip to Florida like it's A&M. Who that nigga, man, they say I'm him. Spit the truth, never wasting film, I can feel the pool, we gon' make them